I'm not even sure. I guess IGV won that by a bit on this.
We can see it again. So there's the initiation. It looks crazy, but then DC come from the north and the west. But this arrow timing was so slick.
The main problem with it is that the song is so short that, yes, they connect that arrow, which would have probably connected anyway, so the song ends up doing almost nothing. And it also set up IGV for a good play with the vacuum into Sanctum stuff. So they counterplayed it very well.
That was practically a ravage. We talk about the combination of the Darkseer working with the Sven. I remember the panel were touching on it earlier today as well, of just like the SK, is he really that much of a fantastic pickup? But when you can pack 3 people into a perfect line stun like that, on top of the combination of the ultimate of the Darkseer, it definitely works.
IGV's lineup is starting to hit their stride now. This is very big, getting that Sanking Blink 100 gold. Sven is going Blink next item. That was something they talked about in the panel as well, having multiple initiations to play with this Darkseer. IGV, I think, got through the hardest stage of the game. The last 5 minutes were supposed to be really hard. They outplayed DC, and now they're in a really good spot to continue this game. Because now we're reaching that point when, okay, when DC want to fight, they kind of have to go for these 5-man pushes with DP ulti. They're fighting into Vacuum Wall, a Storm Jumping, and the Warp Cry, which is just amazing this game. And this was a 3rd pick Sven.
Yep.
And then they picked DP and Lifestealer into that. So like Warp Cry is just incredible until there's the Diffusively on this Lifestealer. This armor is just gonna render everyone. I don't want to say unkillable, but this DC lineup doesn't have too much damage apart from the physical.
DC in a way to penetrate the defense, literally with IGV. Or else this graph is going to continue to swing vertically. IGV have actually managed to swing about 6,000 in the experience. This tells the tale a little bit more than the gold graph of just how much IGV are getting control of this game back. They don't hold the gold lead. In fact, for this entire game, they haven't held that yet. But that's also because DC are continuously pressuring towers, and now they're going for the big man. They're going in for Roshan. The arrow will buy them all the stun time in the world, and they have the damage. At least Roshan doesn't have Warcry.
Yeah, they have the minus armor from the Blightstone, and then DPS with double damage next. Nice play for DC to identify they can go for this. They will probably be disengaging. Actually, Bulba gets infested.
They're looking for a target for FTP to bottom lane.
I don't think they can kill Sakata here with this charge. He's going to try, though.
Yep, if they have enough stun time, the Observer Ward's giving him the vision with the dead ball. Actually, the push back! No, they don't! 135 HP is enough for the Storm to live.
Close call.
Very close.
If there was an arrow or just an extra swing, he would have died there. I don't think they could have played it any better. Their layering of stuns between the charge and the Hello Strike was very good. I don't think they had an urn unless their restoration did it.
It was on 0, and Bulba still hasn't finished up his strength yet, so it doesn't have that bonus attack speed or strength gain. But now it's up to IGV. They've been attacked. They will answer in kind.
The Aegis is currently sitting on Lifestealer, who is in the top area of the map. So IGV, knowing that Lifestealer is there, are going to go for the opposite play, just to see if they can get some vision out here. DC are playing very safe. 5 heroes in base, minute 19 with 4 of their towers up is a pretty inefficient way to play. But if they're 100% positive there's a smoke going on and they're very scared of it, it might be the best approach. Now there's heroes starting to show on the map. Sam picks out the Sven bottom area. Now they're going to start.
Interested to see too if Bulba discovers the Observer Ward. There's 2 locations you'll be expecting it on. One is the hill it is on, and the other one is to the south of that. And the Infest scattered by that Observer Ward, plus the charge forward from Bulba. Paparazzi turns, they go for the double stun. Not perfectly laid, which means Bulba can now run away, but it's Sakata in the back lines, hiding in the trees, jumps down the river. The Spirit Siphon is on in July. He'll get the greaves off, and the back into a 4-man wall. The Song of the Siren, stopping the fun. They've already had a lot of it. It's a 2-for-1 trade-off. Who is the target? You're looking at the Storm Spirit. The silence is there, but it was a little bit too early, and this will allow Paparazzi to continue the fight with that Sven, but he's losing life too quickly. Arben has a triple kill. Sakata has run away, but he's got no mana left. He'll deny himself with a Bloodstone. The small advantage that IGV had is now being turned around. DC getting their lead back into the experience in gold.
This is actually a nice side benefit of having the Naga song, is when Sven ultimate is used, you buy yourself an additional 7 seconds, and then, you know, the duration of that God Strength isn't infinite. What is the duration of it again? 25 seconds? Yeah, here we go. So here we see the fight. So they get both stuns connected on Bulba, but at the same time. So this takes quite a while for them to bring down that hero, and then this back wall is incredible, but instant Song of the Siren from Dubu. to try to get things reset. And if they could have backwalled into either the Sven stun or the Sand Kick stun, that's a team wipe the other way. That's the kind of fight IGV are looking for. And the backwall is great, but the follow-up was already used. They used all their stuns on that opening, and then it's easy afterwards for the Death Prophet to just run heroes down. There's not enough damage to kill her.
It's just crazy that she's able to do that without, like it's just Hood Yules now on her. So survivable, but without having the exorcism damage to Sven. Now being caught out, the arrow is sweet from Forev, bringing down Sven. No buyback available, and they keep the silence on the Darkseer. He can't sell Joy anyway, so Abed now on a mega kill streak. And they're going to take the tier 2 tower with the burning of the exorcism. The trade-off is dogfights and Cicada pushing the tier 2 tower on top lane. But Bulba, he wants more. He looks towards Super. Okay, they both pulled out of that, even though Forev jumped in and then pulled out.
Maybe they're finding their limits for how much they can dive now. There's been plays in this tournament that made me doubt they even knew it's dangerous to dive base.
Tempering their spirit
in the hard way.
In a best of one where you do not want to go out. Yeah, fair enough. Storm's going to TP herself all the way home. Himself. Dogfight's left stranded.
Are IG actually going to get this top tower? IGV will get this tier 2, almost. I'm very surprised DC aren't defending this with just a single charge from Bulba or something that could have helped it.
He was charging the Storm Spirit who just TP'd out.
Yeah, good charge.
It was on cooldown for a little bit longer.
Maybe charge the creep wave or something. Alright. Oh, quick blink from the Sand King. Gets away from Silence into Crypt Swarm. Will be fine and TP out as well. This is a really good sequence of events from DC though. They were starting to let IGV back into the game a lot, but these two good fights have put them in a nice position again. They need to keep the pressure up, I think. Don't let IGV farm, don't let them group up. Keep looking for these skirmishes with this Spirit Breaker. See, Bulba's going to use the smoke at the enemy shrine, then actually TP bottom and look for an opening. IGV are not connected yet. If they jump paparazzi now, this could be a very quick kill. Oh, he needs to farm.
Yeah, he just blinked over to farm at the moment. Nagasaurus going to get hexed off on the side, but Paparazzi's already down. But what do they do about this? Super and Ninjalites reveal themselves. They throw down the Mount Serpent Walls, but Super's been bounced around like a ragdoll thanks to Badges. Almost down. The Grief will give him a little bit more life, but Dubu controls the Darkseer. You've still got the army of the Darkseer fighting for them as well as the Mount Serpent Walls. Mason will turn towards the hero, and with a charge forward from Spirit Breaker, they're able to not only farm up the heroes, but they'll farm up the wards as well. And this means pressure time. Combinations down, no Mass Serpent Wards, no Darkseer back wall.
Paparazzi's getting caught out a lot this game. This is definitely not his best showing. Maybe this play wasn't too easy to read, but they've made 3 or 4 connections on him with a charge into arrow. It is hard, by all means, to farm like this, but they can't have the Sven keep dying like this. That's the main reason DC are in such a good position. Is the Sven has died 6 times. He started to come back on farm, died 2 times in quick succession.
Silence.
Doesn't look so good anymore again.
Abed catching out the Sand King thanks to Crypt Swarm, was unable to blink away, and the arrow again right on the money from Forev.
DC are feeling themselves, man. They're going for one play after the other. Just keep going fast. Next play. And then how you want to play Spirit Breaker. You want to charge.
Yep.
Da-da-da-da. Da-da.
Paparazzi's trying to get his farm on bottom lane.
He's showing again. You can see now he's starting to get paranoid. Like, he farms one wave and then he's just TPs back to base. He's scared of being charged.
It's crazy when he has the Observer Ward and Sentry still there, but you just never know what's going to be coming at you. Bulba is charging past the tier 2 tower on top, just towards In July, who retreats to his tier 3. And this is the last remaining out of tower of IGV. And they've only claimed 2 of Digital Chaos. This gold advantage stretching closer towards 7.5, and with their death of the tower, over 8k. IG Vitality have to stop the bleed. You're right, the Digital Chaos are doing exactly what they need to. They're pushing and keeping pressure on, but where do they go from here? 25 minutes in, you still don't want to go high ground, do you? Like, it's a Darkseer combination in the safety of the IGV base.
Oh, Abed found Super.
These pickoffs are the beautiful thing they want.
Pretty dead. Oh, it's got to be nice playing Spirit Siphon with charge. That's pretty nice. Just keep refreshing your Spirit Siphon that way. What do they need to do? I think DC keep controlling the map, get picks like this, get the next door shot, then think about high grounding perhaps. As long as they keep picking off heroes like this, they're just extending their lead and buying more time. You feel like when you look at the draft and look at IGV's lineup that they're going to hit this point of critical mass when it gets really difficult to teamfight into them. That point, it's not even close, man. Sven is so under-farmed. He's having a really, really rough game. generally at this point in time, you definitely want to have Mask of Madness Blink and the BKB, and right now he's like 2k behind par. And that's with 160 CS on that Sven as well. He's currently 6th on the overall network, on a hero that wants to play from ahead.
With no control of your Ancients, that doesn't look like it's going to be repaired anytime soon. The only way is killing heroes. That's it.
He's terrified. He's standing in this left side alone. His entire team is in their base. Now he's going to TP back. So he walked all the way up there to stand in the trees, enjoy nature, and then it's like maybe got to make some money to be able to justify just standing out in the trees.
Yeah, it's
he doesn't. He's not even going for this pre-wave. This is one of the best ways of showing why Dota is a mental game. Is playing against Spirit Breaker when you're behind. It's
the Observer Ward only just caught a glimpse of Abed moving down to the bottom lane, and he instantly moves back to base. Obviously, he already farmed the wave, but you're right. They're living in a pit of their own fear.
I think at this point, what you need to do as IGB is this BKB on Storm Spirit needs to be put to use. They need to look to fight. If the fight goes well, you bring Sven back in the game that way. They have to make space for the Sven. He can't make space for them right now. Darkseer has the key items he needs. He has Greaves and Force. It's pretty okay. Maybe wants a Blink Dagger, but it's playable without. And the Storm BKB will be, as we talked about, just strategically in this game draft-wise, an amazing Storm game later on. So
God, this Storm game though is going to be a nightmare. He just walked right over the top of a dire Observer Ward. Has to bolt himself up. He's not bolting. He's actually not going over the top of Bulba. So Bulba connects on both of his stuns. And the Storm Spirit will fall. They were looking for the ward. They put the sentry down, but it's right on top of the shrine. It's the perfect counter ward if DC want to control Roshan.
It's a big kill. Now that BKB got delayed again. It was very close. Now he's 400 away. Loses Bloodstone charges again. He's down to 5. DC are still just map controlling. The Roche will spawn in about 10 seconds, and then they can start working on that.
There's no way IG Vitality can contest that. If they do, they're going to lose so many heroes.
They can actually contest this if they smoke. It is possible. Do they have one? They haven't smoked on Shaman. I don't think you give this Aegis away. It's Aegis and Cheese. The second Roshan is so important this patch. If they know it's happening, they gotta go. They gotta try it.
So here's that gank on the Storm Spirit once more. It's just everybody together.
Yeah. So it's an awkward position for Storm because he feels like he doesn't have time to turn and jump over the Spirit Breaker. But so what he needs to do is he needs to jump far enough to the side that he can turn and jump across in the opposite direction. But his jumps were too short. You can see DC were having a little bit of a laugh about it. They probably thought, you know, he should have been able to get out of that one. But don't get the kills, you don't try. And well, IGV were not sure Roshan spawned or were not willing to try and contest. So that one also goes the way of DC, and they are starting to rack up serious advantages for this high ground push now.
The Mass Serpent Wards are taking the tier 1 tower on bottom lane, so all these IGV will get a little bit of injection of cash. Paparazzi has a double damage trigger for Rev. I don't know if he caught a glimpse of him in the nighttime. I don't believe he did, but it was just a blink into the trees and a quick TP home for the Sven. And he goes all the way back to Fountain too, not even towards the front. He needs a little bit more money, 700 gold to get that BKB up. And then they'll have 2 BKBs with the high ground defense you know is coming. DC with an Aegis Immortal, they're going to push up high ground. Aegis on him, Cheese on Abed.
Who's going to stop this Lifestealer when he uses Rage and hits this tower 5 times and then runs back is the question.
Your only hope is he just sits inside of Injuli's wall.
Yeah, they have the wall.
Yeah.
It's just going to Rage, hit. Oh, my Rage is running out. Okay, 500 damage. Let's try that again. That's fun. Just 10 seconds. We're going to go again.
Mirana's trying to get there.
That's a problem,
down to the shrine.
That's a really big problem. They actually have nothing to deal with this Rage. He's just going to keep going. Okay, if you're going too early like that.
X, Shackle, 4-star from in. Nice double silence from Abed. Made the control very difficult. And the blink is up for Dubu. He'll actually get all 5 heroes of IG Vitality.
Group stage DC would go on that.
Yeah. Main stage, they're just like, okay, we'll just sit here and wait for Jigglypuff to draw smiley faces.